there's millions of pounds at stake.
There might be, there could be millions of pounds at stake.
I don't get paid enough.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Obviously, we've got the away match first. It'd be nice to win that. We beat them when we went last year. Obviously, different team now. There's no reason why we can't beat them again. I don't think they've gone for like a really strong top three, and then I feel like down the bottom they might get found out a little bit. You know, they've got riders who are, well, I'd say relatively inexperienced in the championship, and they've got a lot of pressure on them to try and back up the top three heat leaders that they've got. When you look at it like Sam Masters is probably going to go and get over 10 every meeting, because you know that his average shows that, and you know his history shows that. We have a partnership at Wolves, and you know, I think last year we had, well, I can't remember the actual figure, but it was over 10 5-1s together throughout the whole season. And it just seemed like a formality when we was at the track. You know, we'd go into a heat 5-1 naturally, you know. So that shows a lot of the time I was out gating him. And I think when we come here last year, you know, I beat him quite a few times. And Sam's one of them. If you get out the gate in front of him, you've got a real good chance of beating him. But getting out the gate in front of him is a job in itself. Scott's performances last year, maybe his bad scores outweighed his good scores. So I feel like he maybe has a lot more pressure on his shoulders this year to be that consistent heat leader. He's had me once or twice round here, Scott, and then he passed me at Wolverhampton on Sunday, just gone in Sam's testimonial. But again, he can be, you know, like that might have been an exceptional meeting for Scott, but then somewhere along the line he'll throw in an average one. So maybe that night will be that one. You know, Lewis, he come exceptionally good right at the end of the season, but before that he was, you know, just kind of same as any other rider, but he finished off so well. Obviously he's got to keep that form up, but for them three to be able to score the amount of points they need to get the win, where the rest of them maybe will struggle, they've got a bit of pressure on it. It's similar to how we was set up last year, I feel. But luckily, the way it worked for us, me, Richard and Danny was able to score, you know, around 10 every meeting roughly to take the pressure off the rest of them, but also we had either Drew or Zach at reserve, who was always picking up the pieces if one of us was a bit off. You look at their reserve pairing compared to ours, their reserve pairing has potential. You know, like Luke Collini showed what he was capable of last year. Like I think in one of his first meetings he went to Plymouth and scored an absolute bag full. But then he went to Oxford. I think he got another booking at Oxford and pretty much got nothing. But that's where them kind of people can be quite dangerous. But experience always will win in my eyes. You know, like you'll get Adam and Kyle. You know, they're the type of guys who they might not get you 15 or a hatful like Luke did in that meeting he went to Plymouth, but they'll get you 7, 8, 9 maybe every single time. And you know, consistency is what we need to be able to win the meetings. I feel like, you know, myself and Richard, we can do our job. Bennett will hopefully be at number 3. You know, he's proved himself more than enough times last year that he's ready to be in that heat leader position. So if we can do our job, and then Kyle and Adam at reserve can do the business against their reserves and their second strings, I think we'll come away with a win there. And then normal service resumes at home, and this is our fortress at the end of the day. We've still got 4 riders, or is it 5? 4 riders from last year's team? 4? We've still got 4 of the lads who, you know this place like the back of the hand, or we should do, to be able to go out there and do the business and pass on the info to the new guys who, well, Kyle's not a stranger to it anyway, is he? So 5 guys, I guess, who've got the experience. And
Adam's got plenty of experience himself as well.
Yeah, and I think in a small way he'll feel a boost of confidence. One, just being part of Poole, but also being down at reserve. You know, like I think if I put myself at reserve, I'd be walking in here with I'm a peacock. No, but I'd be coming in like a peacock. You know, like you'd be well up for it. And I think Adam is the same. And no matter how good he goes, he'll find it tough to get out of reserve, which is good for us.
2 Poole wins, in your opinion?
In my opinion, yeah, that's what I feel.
All right.
He looks nervous now. He's thinking,
Other riders will be watching it going, he's a him.
well, yeah, but